Sackrider represents you, did you have sufficient opportunity to speak to Mr. Sackrider in preparation for this proceeding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Sackrider, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Lisa Collins, I note you're in a vehicle. If you are driving, please pull over. I do not want you present at the hearing when you are driving a vehicle. And you're muted at this point, ma'am. You're going to have to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
This was the only private place. I'm in my driveway.
Oh, okay. You're not moving.
Nope.
Your phone or whatever must have been moving. It seemed like you were driving.
No, I'm not driving. I'm in my driveway.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
In a quiet area that I can.
Okay, that's fine. Ms. Brown, I'll have you, and then Ms. Collins, I'll have you raise your right hand. We'll have you sworn in, then we'll proceed.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Other Ms. Collins in jail?
Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Ms. Brown, you can proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Docket 2014-2807UE. Ms. Collins is before the court this morning for a bench warrant hearing. She failed to appear on March 14th of 2023 before referee Snyder. She has a zero support order, but per guideline, she should be paying $509 per month. Her last payment was July 8th of 2021. That was $235.64 through an income withholding with unemployment. She's had 2 prior contempt findings. She was actually sentenced to serve 30 days in jail in February of 2020. She booked into the Calhoun County Jail on July 17th of 2023. For 12 months of compliance, Ms. Collins should have paid $6,108. She's paid $0. Total arrears through the end of July are $7,993.77.
Okay. Just so I clarify, because we have issues with regard to the name, what is incarcerated Ms. Collins the payer? What is her first name?
Robin.
Robin. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mr. Sackrider, do you dispute or contest any of the statements made by Ms. Brown?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Ms. Brown?
Has Miss Brown been offered the LEAP program?
Ms. Brown has not, but neither has Ms. Collins.
Or sorry, Miss Collins.
It's okay.
My apologies. She has been booked in the jail since July 17th of 2023. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Any proofs, Mr. Sackrider?
Yes, I'd call my client, Ms. Collins.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Robin Collins.
Yes.
Collins, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, you heard the testimony of Miss Brown, the caseworker. Is that correct?
Yes.
Was there anything that you disagreed with?
No.
Were you aware of your child support obligation?
Yeah, but I didn't know about the next court date.
You weren't aware of the show cause hearing on March 14th, 2023?
No, I didn't know about that court date, no.
All right, you never received notice?
No.
Did your address change?
Yes, it did.
All right, did you update the court with your new address?
No, it didn't.
All right. You were picked up on July 17th, 2023, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you being held on any other criminal matters?
Yeah,
And what are those?
a retail case.
Do you have a a hearing date set for that case
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to be going to court today for it.
today?
Yes,
Okay. Before July 17th of 2023, were you employed?
I was doing side jobs and I took care of blind man.
You said side jobs.
Yes,
And then what did you say after that?
I take care of my blind man.
A blind man
Yes, on Somerset.
at Somerset?
Yeah, where I stay at. Yes,
Okay. So you live on Somerset Street,
Somerset Ave.
Somerset Avenue with a blind man and you take care of him?
Yes, yes,
Okay. And so you were living on Somerset?
yes.
All right. And you were doing other side jobs, you said?
Yeah, I do babysit, side yard work, and all that stuff.
All right. How much would you say you were making per week?
Depends on the weather.
All right. On average, how much would you make?
Not much.
Like, can you give an estimate?
About 100 a week.
Okay. Did your expenses exceed your income of $100 per week?
Yeah, except I pay for food and help with house supplies.
You said food and house supplies?
Yeah, I help with house supplies. House.
All right. Were you applying to jobs?
Yes.
All right. Approximately per week, how many jobs would you apply to?
6, 7 a week online and
And what?
the money can go in person, but it's hard to get around on the bus sometimes with no money. So
All right. Were you getting any interviews?
I have an interview set up on July 17th, the day I got arrested at EPI.
You had an interview with EPI set on the day you were arrested?
Yep.
Okay. And if you were released today, would you contact EPI?
Yes, it would.
All right. Would you continue to apply for jobs?
Yes.
Okay. What's your highest level of education?
12th grade.
All right. Do you have a high school diploma?
I went and got my GD. Yes, I did.
You have a GED?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any medical issues?
Not really, no.
Do you go to Summit Point?
Yeah.
And are you prescribed medication?
Yes, I am.
What's the medication for?
Anxiety and they said PTSD from when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Nightmares.
And so you're currently treating that through
Yes.
Summit Point? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anything else you would like to tell the court?
No.
All right. Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ma'am, you stated that you were working, taking care of another gentleman as well. Were you being paid for that?
I was my pain was how I was staying there for free. Staying there.
So you weren't being paid, you're just allowed to stay there.
Yes.
You understand, like, the fact that you had the contempt from the referee hearing in March was because you didn't show to a hearing, but that's because you didn't change your address. How do you anticipate that the front of the court was going to know where you would be if you didn't change your address?
I'm not sure if it was my mistake not updating it.
Your last payment in this matter occurred in July of 2021. So it's now been over 2 years since you've made any payments. How do you suspect your child was being taken care of if there was no money to pay for the child's care?
I know it's my mistake. I know it was.
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't get that.
I said, I know it's my mistake and not paying transfers. I know it's my mistake.
Anything else that you would like me to be aware of?
No,
Miss Lisa Collins, is there anything you'd like me to be aware of? You're muted, ma'am. You have to unmute.
Sorry about that. I don't know how they're saying that the kids received money in 21 because in March, there was a court hearing. I called friends of the court and said, I cannot get off work that day. I'm a teacher. I work in a classroom. I was long-term and I could not get out of my classroom that day to attend the hearing. They said, that's fine. You don't have to attend. At that time, she had not paid in years. She owed over $16,000. Because I didn't show up for that hearing, and evidently she didn't either, they sent me a form to fill out. I had filled out a form before the hearing. They sent me the same exact form. I sent it in and then received a letter saying that she no longer has to pay child support, and they were cutting what she owed in half because, number one, I didn't attend the hearing, which I was told by friends of the court I didn't have to. But supposedly they never got my form back, which I did send in because I send in all my forms. So this isn't just since 2021. This has been ongoing. Her original amount she owed in March was over $16,000. So
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Your Honor, may I speak?
After your mother does, go ahead, Miss Lisa Collins.
So I work 2 jobs to take care of them. There's 3 of them. So this isn't just since 2021.
I was only mentioning that because that's the last payment. That's all. That's the reason that was brought up.
Okay, the kids never received anything in 2021. They haven't received anything that I know of in years.
Anything else, ma'am, that you would like us to be aware of?
At this point, no.
Mr. Sackrider, do you have any questions for Miss Lisa Collins?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Robin Collins, you said you had something else to say. What, ma'am?
That was me, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted the court to be aware that the arrears did decrease from $15,000 because Miss Lisa Collins submitted an application for the arrears forgiveness for the state owed arrears, and those arrears were wiped out in November of 2022.
I didn't submit any forms for arrears forgiveness.
Robin did.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how that would have happened. Maybe, Ms. Brown, maybe you could get back to Miss Lisa Collins and provide her with any information, because just because it's requested by the payer, I don't know how the arrears would have been forgiven.
So just, Your Honor, the arrears that were forgiven were owed to the state of Michigan, not to Lisa.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, Mr. Sackrider?
No, Your Honor.
Court will make the following finding in this case, that the payer in this matter was well aware of the support obligation in this particular case, that she had previously not changed her address. She didn't get notice of a referee hearing, but that is her obligation to make the court aware. All the orders provide that they have to notify the front of the court of any change in address. She has stated that she has worked side jobs, various side jobs where she makes on average $100 a week, that her last payment was in July of 2021. And as Miss Lisa Collins stated, prior to that time, she had not paid as well. And as a result, the court will find that she has failed to pay out of available resources. She's failed to refuse to comply, and she is in contempt of court. Anything before sentencing, Mr. Sackrider?
Yes, Your Honor. I would note that she's been incarcerated since July 17th of this year. We would ask that she be sentenced to time served because she has been in for the month or just under a day, so that she can be released, pursue the opportunity with EPI, have the ability to earn a wage and begin paying on this support obligation. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Lisa Collins, did you want to say anything as it relates to sentencing?
No.
Thank you. Well, the court finds in this matter, obviously, that there's been a long period of time where support hasn't been paid, that in fact, as Ms. Lisa Collins states, she's working 2 jobs to be able to support the children. And it's unfortunate that the payer in this matter isn't as vigilant in working to support the kids. She has had 2 prior contempts in this matter, and that court is not aware of her having, she did get a sentence of 30 days previously, back in 2020, in February of 2020, that I could, Robin Collins, I could sentence you up to 90 days in jail. I'm not going to do that. But obviously, these matters, as you see, as it progresses, you do get additional time as you continue to have violations. What the court is going to do is the court is going to sentence you to 30 days in jail with credit for, 60 days in jail with credit for 30 days served. The court will allow you to purge yourself of contempt by paying the sum of $500. If you're able to purge yourself, then you would not spend the remaining 30 days, or otherwise you will. That will be the order of the court. We'll end this matter at 11:31 a.m. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you.